And thanks for staying with us for News 8 at 4. I'm Jason Wheeler.
And I'm Alicia Laventure, and we're following breaking news right now. Plano police are giving an update on the human remains found in Collin County yesterday morning. Those remains were found when construction crews were digging in the area, and News 8 has been told those remains belong to Christina Morris from several sources. She's been missing since 2014. So we're preparing right now to listen to updates from the Plano Police Department to let us know exactly, to confirm finally once and for all who those remains belong to. So we're going to keep an eye out on this conference, which looks like it's about to start right now. So let's listen in.
Good afternoon. My name is Andre Smith, common spelled S-M-I-T-H. I'm a public information officer for the Plano Police Department. We convened this press conference to provide you with information regarding a scene in Anna, Texas, a city just 25 miles north of here. In a moment, Chief Gregory W. Russian will give a short briefing on some facts concerning that scene in Anna. After the chief has made his comments, we will give a brief moment to Johnny Hare and Sarah Estes. Regarding the information that Chief Russian will present, there will be no questions taken today. We will, however, continue to update you as information is made available to release. In attendance with us today, we're honored to have Judge Greg Willis with the Collin County District Attorney's Office, Bill Worski, First Assistant with the Collin County District Attorney's Office, Anna Police Chief Jeff Caponera, Johnny Hare, Mark Morris, Sarah Estes, family of Christina Morris. Johnny Hare, Mark Harris, and Sarah Estes, these are the family members of that of Christina Morris. Chief Gregory Russian, R-U-S-H-I-N.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon. As you know, yesterday at about 9:45 a.m., workers discovered human remains near Taylor Boulevard in Anna, Texas. The Anna Police Department and Collin County Sheriff's Office responded to the scene. They notified the Plano Police Department because of our continuing efforts to find Christina Morris. Plano Police Crime Scene and detectives have been working tirelessly since to locate and recover the remains and evidence there at that location. The Collin County Medical Examiner's Office has examined the recovered remains and this morning has positively identified the remains as those of Christina Morris. We will continue to investigate this case and work with the Collin County District Attorney's Office in our continuing effort to seek justice for the family and loved ones of Christina Morris. I would like to thank the workers that located Christina's remains, as well as the Anna Police Department and the Collin County Sheriff's Office for their efforts at the scene. And in closing, you know, the past 3.5 years since Christina's disappearance has been a very difficult time for everyone. Her family, loved ones, those working the case, the community. Countless hours were spent looking for her by public officials, family, friends, and volunteers. Today is bittersweet as we return Christina to her family in our continuing effort to bring answers and perhaps some measure of peace to those who have been personally affected by her disappearance. Thank you.
At this moment in time, who would like to introduce a member of Christina Morris's family?
First of all, I wanted to say thank you to all Plano Police Department, for everybody out in society that has stood by our side since day one and not given up with us, our family and loved ones, and have fought just as hard as us to make sure that Christina was brought home. This, I must say, is the most difficult day that I've ever faced in my entire life. I know my daughter, I know our daughter is in a better place. I know she's in heaven. I know she's proud of us for not giving up. I know she's smiling. I just want everybody to know, please respect our privacy. Please understand that we need to grieve. We need to heal. We need our time. That's all I'm asking, is respect us.
Sarah?
Come home, Nina. Find Christina. Giving up is not an option. Can't stop, won't stop. These are the words we've proclaimed time and time again over the past 3.5 years. We made a promise to Christina that we would find her and we would bring her home. We refused to let her down in her most desperate time of need. She would expect nothing less, and we were determined to keep that promise. 2,185 days after her disappearance, Christina was found. Our hearts are irreversibly broken. We never wanted closure, even if there was such a thing. We only wanted Christina. Our grief is overwhelming, and we ask for privacy while our family processes the realization of our worst fears and most terrifying nightmares. However, we do want to express our deepest appreciation to those who have made this nightmare a little more bearable, those we affectionately refer to as Team Christina. To those who have stood by us and searched with us through the bitter cold, the torrential rain, and the sweltering heat, we are forever grateful to and for you. Your selflessness and perseverance is unmatched, and it means more to us than we'll ever be able to put into words. You have each touched our lives and our hearts. Thank you for sticking with us and with Christina through the long haul. To the many concerned members of our community, our country, and across the world, we thank you for your help in keeping Christina's story alive and sharing her pictures across the nations. Your compassion, prayers, and kind words of encouragement have kept us going, even in our darkest hours. To the local and national news stations who have been at the forefront of our cause and have been respectful of our family's wishes, thank you for always helping to share Christina's story and keeping her face in the public's eye. We're so very grateful to have met many honest and empathetic reporters and journalists along the way. And most of all, to the Plano Police Department, while you may have just been doing your job, the fact that you have never given up on finding Christina and you have always kept our family informed means that you have done your job well, and we cannot thank you enough. We have the utmost respect and appreciation for every member of the Plano Police Department, especially Detectives Robin Busby and Kathy Stam. Thank you, everyone, for helping us keep our promise. Thank you for helping us find Christina.
Thank you all for coming out and taking this in. This is a very serious matter that for a long time we've longed for. There will be no questions answered at this time. As we mentioned, this is very early on into this investigation. So thank you, and thanks for coming out.
You just heard from the Plano Police Department confirming that remains found yesterday morning in Anna are those of Christina Morris, who has been missing for the past 3.5 years. You just heard from her mother, from loved ones talking about what an extraordinary emotional ordeal it has been, how hard and how long they've been looking to find her, how grateful they are to the Plano Police Department for their continued efforts in helping to find her. Again, construction crews were excavating yesterday morning when they found those remains. Christina Morris's family was notified a short time after, and just now this afternoon, the Plano Police Department confirms that those remains are those of Christina Morris.
I think they handled that really well there at the Plano Police Department. This was not a typical news conference where, people ask a lot of questions and police, obviously can't say much at this point because it's just so early on here. They really wanted to give this family a moment to be able to say something to this community that tried so hard to find Christina Morris when she went missing. This family is really going to need a lot of support, but right now they just need privacy. Her mother breaking down there, pleading that they will just be allowed to grieve now, saying that Christina Morris would be proud of them for not giving up the fight, that she is in heaven now, and that this is obviously her mother's hardest day that she has ever faced. Hopefully that family will be able to grieve in private here, but boy, just really hard to watch. Certainly not the outcome that Team Christina, all those volunteers, had hoped for all this time. Again, there will be a candlelight vigil in Anna later on tonight for Christina. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.